Well, what I'm going to be working on today, I'm going to make me a paper towel holder for my kitchen. I have a really cute windmill one, but I've had it for quite a while, and I want to kind of switch out. So I did make one earlier, or quite a while ago, but I gave that one to my daughter. It wasn't a chicken, it was a like a cutting board style, and I did do a video over it. If I can find it or and I don't forget, I'll link it below. But anyways, I'm going to do this chicken. I went to Etsy and was looking around, and I found something like this right here. In fact, it looked identical to it, and I thought, well, I think I already have something like that. So I went into my Etsy folder where I download stuff, and I didn't see it in there. And I thought, well, maybe it was on Creative Fabrica. So I went to Creative Fabrica file folder, and sure enough, I had already downloaded this. Now, the pattern that she had on Etsy was for something else, but it was the same chicken, so it worked. But I brought my chicken in, and I sized it up, enlarged it. And of course, I enlarged this too. This will go up in here. It's the head, and this is the wing. And I'll cut these two pieces out of 1/4-inch plywood if it's not too cold in the garage. It's really cold out there, and I'm going to have to try to find a heater and turn it on. It's going to be really loud. So I am going to find my wood, draw the pattern on, and cut it off, or cut it out, and I'll be back to paint it up and show you what I'm doing with it. Okay, I have my pieces all cut out. As you can see, I used a 3/4-inch bit on this. Here's the piece that I have to make the center with. This is my last one. I've had these probably since late 90s when I was in a craft mall. She used to do a group order for all of us from a wood company, and I swear I got to get my hearts, my stars, anything that I wanted a wood cut out. We ordered enough that we got a really good price, and I think I ordered a dozen of these. And after I went out of the craft mall shut down and everything, I had 2 left. Like I said, I used one, or I think I said, in my daughter's project or towel holder, and then this is my last one, and it fits down. It's going to be real snug. I'll have to take a hammer. I can get it down in there, but it'll be good and sturdy once it gets in there. The size up was just too big that I had. So I want my pieces stained, so I'm going to use this folk art antiquing wax. Probably go over the whole thing just in case I want to go, distress it some. And then I have to figure out what colors I want to use. Like, I want to use a white and black, or I want to have a white and black chicken, or I don't know. That's what takes me longer than cutting out the pieces and everything, is trying to figure out what colors to use. I think I'm probably going to do a white chicken, maybe with the black around here, because underneath my cabinets it's dark, and I think that will show up better if I do that. So I'm going to finish doing this and then pull out some paints and start painting. Oh, and I did want to show you also. Let me get this where it's not. Hang on just a second. I don't want it setting too long like that. I had my husband pick me up some wire when he was in town the other day because I was out of rusty wire. He brought me home 3 of these, and it's black. Well, it's black, but it feels like it's got an oil, it's probably dark anlid. Anyways, he got me 3 of those, and I said, well, it'd work, but it wasn't rusty. So I put some yesterday in some white vinegar and some sea salt, or kosher, no, it was kosher salt. And I left it down in there for a while, and then I pulled it out and put it on a paper towel. And the salt hadn't, you know, it was big chunks. It hadn't all dissolved, and I just kind of sprinkled it over the top, left it on a paper plate to dry. And it looked like it kind of was rusting, but I wasn't sure. Well, I left it to dry, and then this morning when I got up, it was rusted. It looks neat. You can see it's coming off all my hands. So there's the difference in the vinegar and the salt, and then just plain out from the store. So I'm happy with this. Now I have 3 of them. I'll have to do the other 2. Okay, I did want to show you that. So now I'm going to do this, and I'll be back when I start painting and let you know what colors I'm using. Well, I decided to do my chicken in Drop Cloth Mineral by Dixie Belle, and using the last little bit I got of this, but I got my order in, and I bought a bigger one this time because I knew I liked it. I've used this color a lot. And then I also bought, while I was ordering, English Ivy and Dixie Belle Colonial Mustard. And then I ordered this one, but it's more of a gray, the French linen. I thought it had a little more tan to it, but I'll use it. I'm glad I just ordered a small one though. But I put them on the wood. There's the mustard, the English Ivy, and the linen. And I think I'm going to use on my base, I think I'm going to use the mustard, because I want something bright to show up underneath my counter. Okay, where was I at? Okay. And then I'm giving the chicken the comb and stuff. I'm using, what is it? Country Red by Decor. Might be a little darker, but I think it'll be alright. It'll show up. And then from here, I'm going to paint these 2 pieces black. I'm concentrating. It's okay if I go a little over, because I keep forgetting it's going to be covered up with that. Just don't want to get the beak, because I'm going to put that mustard yellow on the beak. That way it'll tie in with the base when I paint it. Got a little much on there. Alright, I'm going to let this dry. See if I can probably give that another coat and this another coat. But I'm going to start on my black now. Well, no, I'm going to paint my beak too, so it can be drying. Make sure I have enough of that covered. Let's see, I think it's going to go about like that. So that is plenty. So maybe right down there. I'm going to go down a little more right there. Okay, now I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to try the yellow on the beak. I got to have a paintbrush. I just need a small one. That will work. Whoa. Yeah, it's going to need coats, more than one coat. Good thing I went ahead and painted it. And I put red on there. Okay, I'm going to let these dry and give them another coat here in a little bit after I paint my black. And I'm going to put my lids on there because I don't want any accidents like I had with my coffee. Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to paint this the yellow too. I think. I don't know. I'm going to see. Alright, I'm going to start painting this black. This should start coming together pretty quick. Alright, while that's drying, I'm just going to go with this. I'm using the Distress Ink Walnut. I'm just going to kind of darken it some. Around the edges. Okay, I think that's probably good for that up there. And I'm wondering, yeah, I think I'm going to go around the body too. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to go around that with. I don't like floating with paint. I'm not good at it. Used to be. Okay, that gives it a little depth and looks better, I think. Yep. All right. Now when that dries, when these dry, finish drying, I'm going to put an eye on it. And I'm going to glue these pieces together where they go. And the eye will be like right here. And this is the wing. I don't want to put it down on there though. It's still wet. I'm not going to chance it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry and then put it together. I guess in the meantime though, I need to start painting this so it can be dry. Once I get all that done, it'll be finished. I'm going to get my mustard color. I need a brush, and I'm going to start painting that and see what it looks like. I think I'm going to like the mustard. Probably go over it with some, probably not Jolie Brown wax, but that finishing wax I have by Min Wax. It just puts a darker tint on it. It doesn't do a whole lot, but I like it. I think that's all I want on this one. Alright, I'm going to finish painting this and let it dry and have those dry and do something with that head and make an eye. Okay, I found some white ink. I'm just going to go around the head with that lightly while I'm waiting on that to dry. That's good. I don't want a lot. Alright, I have that one painted. And now, I'm thinking I want this green. I'm going to put some on there and see how it looks. I may be getting a lot of color. Oh well, if I don't like it, I can paint it again later. Just like I didn't like my recipe holder, the front of it, and I went over it, or I put a, what did I put? Farmhouse Kitchen on that bottom part, and I like it much better. I done that later after it sit there a week or two. I thought, man, that is plain. But I fixed it. So if I don't like this, I can repaint it. Okay, I am going to speckle some black paint on the white. Boy, the winds have really picked up. We got a front moving in. Okay, that is good for that one. Then on my white piece, or my black pieces, I'm going to speckle some white on those. Okay, I don't have this glued down, but I'm going to put an eye on it now. But I don't have too much. And I'm trying to figure out just where to put it. Hope that's right. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, after I hit it with the heat gun, I just decided to put a little black dot in the middle of the eye, or a little bit. Now I'm going to glue it all together, and I need to work on this some too, so I am going to probably distress this some and put some brown wax on both of them. Well, I've distressed them, and now I'm going to put some of this brown wax on them. I love this brown just to put on and darken and make the paint look a little richer. Kind of want to get it stuck in the crevices. Wipe it back. Man, that puts pretty color on that green. I love that English ivy from Dixie Belle. That's beautiful. I can see me. I'm going to be using that a lot this summer, I'll bet. Now I'm going to do this one. Let's see what that looks like. I'm trying to get it down into the wood that I distressed. Alright, I'm going to finish this up and let the wax dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put it together. Okay, that was such a tight fit on that 3/4 inch hole on that. I took my rubber mallet and pounded it right down in there, and that thing is not coming loose. I'm almost finished with this project. Now I'm just doing a simple, easy project, and I have a little glass jar I got at the thrift store, and I'm using my English ivy, and I've put one coat on and let it dry thoroughly. That's just one coat. It covered really well, but I'm going to give it a second coat and let it dry, and then I got a label that kind of matches my paper towel holder. So I'm going to finish giving this a second coat, let it dry, and put this. I just printed this out. It came with that file, and I sized it to the size I need, and I'm going to put that on there. My jar is dry now, so I'm going to put the little sign on there. Using Mod Podge. Okay, I should have got something to lay my little jar down on. Whoops. Okay, it's straight now, I think. I'm going to go over the top so that if water splashes on it, it's okay. Probably going to put some dark wax or something on the, not dark wax, but the wax the jar after this dries. Okay. I'm going to make sure I have that down before I put my brush in the water. Okay, when that finishes drying, I put this around there earlier, loosely. As you can tell, I'm using spring colors. Anyways, I am going to somehow maybe put that on there and cut that down, but I want that all to dry before I try to decorate it. I don't know if I'll use those or not, but I want something to go around the top because these are my crafting spoons, but I'm making it for my measuring spoons in my kitchen. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to wax it and I'm going to decorate it. Just a simple, easy project.